Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Marketing the Invisible. I'm Tom Poland, beaming out to you with voice from the incredibly sunny Sunshine Coast here in Australia, joined today by Ross O'Loughlin. Ross, a warm g'day from down under, sir. Where are you hanging out right now?
Right now, I'm hanging out in St. Calix, north of Montreal. So I live in Montreal, Canada, but just a little north today at the lake house.
So it's an Irishman surrounded by French-speaking people. Do you speak
Yes,
French?
I speak a small bit of French very poorly.
Enough to order a baguette, some garlic, and some croissants, perhaps. Yeah.
Exactement.
All right. Folks, Ross and I are singing off the same hymn sheet here because the title is How to Move Away from the Launch Model and Make Your Business Open Every Day. And for those of you who don't know, the launch model is kind of like this really long, complicated thing that you do. It's a marketing campaign with a billion different partners and tripwires and drop-down sequences. And it's, oh my God, it's a behemoth. It really is. And actually, they're working less and less as well. So how to move away from the launch model and make your business open every day is music to my marketing ears, Ross. Welcome to the show. I think you're
Thank
going to be a breath of fresh air. I think we're going to expose the fact that the emperor doesn't have any clothes, and you're actually better to have this flow, the steady flow of new clients coming into your business, rather than one or two big, oh my God, will it work or not? Roller coaster events every year. Ross is a former engineer turned marketing strategist. Now, the thing about being a former engineer is that you know about processes and you know about steps and you know about testing and you know about all of these things that those of us without an engineering background often kind of take for granted and just wing it. So he's applied the engineering smarts to run a conversion engineering, if you like, of marketing. So he's educating people like you and me to sell more programs, which is to my ears again, without relying on this pig in the python launch model. You know, the pig in the python, python follows a pig and it can't do anything because it's got so much to digest. Uh, and it's a much more relaxed, it's a much more organic, it's a much more, feels like it's a flowing process when you're generating leads pretty much every week of the year. So, whew, time for me to shut up and get Ross to do the yapping. Let's kick off, Ross. Your 7 minute starts now, sir. Question number one is, who's your ideal client?
Ideal client for me will be someone who's in the online education expert wisdom space. There's a very well-defined space. The label is a little less clear, but we all know who kind of we're talking about. If you're selling some sort of course, coaching program, membership site, and
Yeah,
they've launched a thing, it's working, and they're looking to transition away from that and just get to a point of consistency.
I call them cats: coaches, consultants, advisors, authors, teachers, trainers, and speakers.
That's good. I like it.
That's the job. Okay, and what's the problem you solve?
Yeah, problem I saw is for a lot of folks, they're over reliant on the launch model and they kind of bought into the launch model without realizing all the downsides to it. And they're kind of sick of running the high pressure once or twice a year big campaign. And
Yeah.
then they're really doing much with the list throughout the rest of the year. Either they're just keeping the leads warm or they're promoting other people's offers, hoping that those people will come back and promote their offers. And that's just a big, it's a big pitfall, I would say, because there's a lot that you could be doing with your own leads throughout the year to increase your conversions.
Yeah, and more and more launch partners are saying, look, we're only going to promote the top 10 on our leaderboard. So if you go all out and send and destroy half your email list and send 74 emails out, you might go to the top 10 and then we will reciprocate it. Otherwise, you're just one of the pack that we go, oh, here's $20 affiliate fees. Good luck. Apart from that, what other problems do you see with the launch model? Now, I think this is worth unpacking. So I'm gonna press the pause button while you answer that.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems. Don't get me wrong. I love launches. They're great. Jeff Walker, who's in our space of product launch formula, probably one of the longest standing running info marketing, online
Yeah,
education, or online marketing programs. Because
good
because
bloke too. Good bloke too.
yeah, great too, legend, right? So I'm not knocking launches. I think the downside is that they work great until they don't, and the issue is that a lot of people Yeah, right. A lot of people expect them to work, and then something happens, and you have all, like, particularly if you're running the ads or affiliate marketing game, like you can put all this effort in, and then it doesn't pay out. And after ad costs and affiliate commissions, like you're just left with not a lot at the end of the rope
Right.
there's
I,
um
yeah. I mean, my observation is it used to be a surefire way to bank a lot of money, provided you follow someone like Jeff's formula and you did it well.
mm,
But I think they certainly had their heyday. I'm not saying they're not worth doing. I'm sure some people are still making money out of them, but we personally, I like to think we know what we're doing with marketing, but we've struggled with them lately, I have to say. So let's go on to question three: the symptoms. What I mean,
yeah,
people
I think
are,
another thing would that I would call out is a lot of folks, like they'll get the leads, and like you kind of mentioned, they're not working anymore. So conversion rates in your launch going down and
they're
whatnot.
working less well. Yeah,
They're working less well. Yes, that's the best way to put it. I think it's because there's more noise in the marketplace, more competition. People
yeah,
are a bit more skeptical. And yeah, just the lack of consistency in the results that people are getting. I think there's an awful lot more people could be getting out of their leads if they were just playing the longer game, building the case to work with them.
right.
That's transitioning into the next question, which is what some of the common mistakes people make. I think it's trying to just convert people in this week-long window and then not selling you your philosophy or your ideas the rest of the year round, and expecting
Well,
that when you come
that-
back to open your cart, that people are just going to be ready to buy. I think the game has kind of changed a little bit.
Right, and yes, I agree with you, and I do think it depends on the market you're targeting. I mean, if you're targeting 18-year-olds who have a dream of being retired before they're 21, and you're selling some sort of get rich quick game, then you can still sell that stuff. I don't know if you can live with your stuff, but you can sell that stuff. But
Yeah.
if you're looking to attract premium price clients, in particular, serious players who are already successful, then you better dial down you better dial down the hype, and you better open up the duration of the relationship before you expect people to buy.
Totally.
So, tick, 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 tick. 3.5 minutes left. What's let's flip this. We've talked about what's happening, what's not working. We've acknowledged that some of it still does work, but the ratios have all dropped.
Mm.
What do you say is a top tip, a very good free action? So someone looked at launches or they've done launches and they're going, I think Russ might have a point here. What's one step that they could take, get them in the right direction, moving towards your idea of this non-launch sequence? It's not going to get them the whole way. Maybe they might need you for that, but
Yeah.
what's one thing they could do that'll get them started?
Yeah, so I would, if you're not familiar with the Dean Jackson's 9-word email, I would apply the 9-word email in two specific applications of it. The 9-word email is a very simple email. It's just,
Could you repeat
hey,
the name, please, Ross?
Dean Jackson's Dean Jackson and his 9-word email. So if you're not familiar with it,
Thank you.
super simple email that's just first name Tom, and then the whole email is like, "Hey Tom, are
Yeah,
you still interested in blank?"
yeah,
Question mark. The blank is the intent or outcome
right.
of your offer. I would take that and I would send that to your email list, your last launch list, and ask them about the thing that you were selling. Not, are you still interested in buying my program? Are you still looking for a house? Are you still looking to get more leads? Are you still looking for whatever the outcome, not the product is?
Right.
And when people respond, just say, "Hey, how long has that person been on my list?" Look up when they were on their list, how long they've been on your list. And I think you'll notice that, number one, there's demand still there. People are still interested despite you having not done a big launch recently. And two, those people have probably been around in your world for a fair amount of time, and are now ready and interested in engaging with you. And I think
That's
that's a very creative.
that is one super tangible thing that you can do, folks. Is Google Dean Jackson 9-word email and send that out to your list. Doesn't matter if you've got 8 people on your list or 800 or 8,000. That could uncover some gold right there. Thank you for that, Ross. Very valuable. Where can people go find out more about your stuff? We've got 90 seconds left. Give us a landing page. People can go and get more value, opt into
Yep.
your list, and get even closer. Take another step.
For sure. Yeah. So what I would recommend people do if you're sending any sort of offer, similar to like we were talking about here, send the 9-word email. or send an invitation out saying I'm starting a new group. Would you like to join me? And then I would go to the landing page, which we will put in the show notes, but it's conversionengineering.co/open everyday offer docs. And what I would do is I would put your offer in a very simple Google Doc. And when people get back to you, just share the details of the offer with them. And I think you might be surprised how it would work. If you're looking for a walkthrough of how to assemble that offer and how it works, so you can control without having to get on a phone or use a launch, opt in there. You'll get a template on that page, and you'll also get a walkthrough of how to assemble the.
I have opted in, folks. It's underneath the video, but if you're listening to this on iTunes or Stitcher or something, conversionengineering.co/open every day offer docs. Go get it. 15 seconds left, sir. What's the one question I should have asked you but didn't?
Have I always been this ginger?
And the answer is?
And the answer is yes. Yes, I have.
To confirm that, you'd have to pull down your pants, but this is a family show. I'm not going to do that. All right, Ross, thank you for your time.
Amazing. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks for checking out our Marketing the Invisible podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes to subscribe, rate us, and leave us a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to generate 5 fresh leads in just 5 hours, then check out www.5hourchallenge.com.